Hello everyone, welcome to Codewell Tech. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the most powerful and widely used library for creating the front-end applications. Yes, React or React.js. So by end of this video, you will be learning what is React, how to create first React applications, and how to make React local setup, what is component, and what is difference between stateful components and stateless components, that what is the JSX syntax that is used in creating the React components, and how to fetch the data from the service and run it on the UI. Please watch this video completely to get the 100% of it. Let's start. First of all, what is React? As per the official website of the React, it is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. This is the simplest definition. So React is a JavaScript library for creating the user interfaces, and it is not a framework unlike Angular. React is used to build single page applications. Using React, you can create the reusable UI components. And React is all about components, and we will know what is component and how to create it very soon. Now it is time to create our first Hello World program without React local setup. So I'm creating a folder on my desktop. Let's say React. I'm sure you are having the Visual Studio Code, and if you are not having the Visual Studio Code installed on your machine, just go to Visual Studio Code website and just download it and install it. It is very simple, just you need to click next. Based on the OS, you can select it. Once you install the Visual Studio Code, just open the Visual Studio Code, file, new file, save it as index.html, and I have it on my desktop. So desktop, React, save. So now let's create HTML. So I am going to take this HTML file. Now we have the HTML code. So we are creating this React app without local setups. So we need to refer the CDN files of React. So I'm just copy and pasting it. I will mention these links in the description of the video. We just copy and pasted and these three files. So the React provides the top level API, and the React DOM will provide us the DOM methods, and Bubble let us use ES6 in the world browsers. Okay, so now we need to mention the root element. So we should have one root element, right? So that this is the div, and I'm going to give ID root. So indicates that this is the root level element. And here instead of title, I will mention, I just pasted the code that I have already written. So here we are using the text or bubble, so that we can use the ES6 features in old browsers too. So this is the component, and the component name is app component. As I said earlier, I will be explaining you how to create the component from the scratch. Don't worry about it now. So React DOM, and we are rendering the app component, and you can see that we are rendering the app component on root element. So this is the root element. Here we are fetching the root element. So as of now, you don't worry about anything about these component syntax and React DOM render and how we are referring the app component here. Okay. The basic thing is you can use the CDN files, these three CDN files, and you can create the components and you can refer them into the root element. So now let's run it. Sorry, I have opened wrong file. So open folder React index.html, and here now right click and open with the live server. You can see first React program, and there you go. You can see that hello world. So whatever we have written, that we can see here. So now this is the app component, right? So if we go here and hello world, instead of hello world, if you mention hello React. So this is how you can create our first React application without local setup. Just we are finding out the CDN files of the React, and here you need to mention the text or bubble, and here you can create the number of components and you can render them here like this. Okay, so now let us see how to create the React local setup. Then we will be start writing the components and everything. Hello again. To learn any framework or library, you must know few things in advance. To learn React, you should have the basic understanding of HTML and CSS, at least 2 or 3 months hands-on experience in JavaScript, and if you know the ESCX and its syntax, it will be added advantage. So now let us see how to create React local setup. You remember few minutes ago we have created our first React app using the static HTML and some React code, where we created the component and where we imported few JavaScript libraries of React, right? So but if it is very good if you have very small project or if for the practicing purpose, but whenever you want to create the large application and whenever you want to even practice the application with more components and more functionality, the static HTML page and the simple HTML thing will not be sufficient, and it will be very complicated when you want to add more files. Fortunately, Facebook, which is the inventor of React, has provided the environment that is very easy to create the React projects. So to create the local setup, we should have Node.js and npm installed. Npm will come up with the Node.js installation. If you have installed Node.js already, you know what to do. I already installed Node.js on my machine. But if you have not installed Node.js, go to Node.js website and you can just download the recommended version, this one 14.17 or the current version, anything is okay, and just download it and you can install it just by clicking next, and there is no special procedure. It is very simple to install. I hope you have installed Node.js. Still, if you find difficulty in installing the Node.js or Visual Studio Code, please refer my video. So now let us open command prompt. So navigate to the path where you would like to create the React app. I would like to create on my desktop. So I am going to take this path. CD. Now to create React app, you should use the command called npx create -react -app space. You can give the any name that you would like to give. First React app, and press the enter. It takes a few minutes to complete the setup, so I just pause the video. You can see that the command create React app will create the React app, and it will be installing the React, React DOM and React script and other node modules that are required to run the application locally, and it also install the webpack, everything, and it creates the local server to run the application too. Now we can see that we have successfully created the first React app, and you can see some of the information like npm start to start the development server, npm run build command to build the application static files for production, and if you want to test, you can use the command npm test. And before we running the application, you can see that we suggest that you begin by typing cd first React app. Now we are in the React folder, but we should move to the first React app folder. So let us do that. cd first React app. Now we are inside the first React app folder. Now just type npm start. What it will do? It will compile and build the application, and it will launch the browser on the particular port. Let us see. You can see that starting the development server. You can see you can view the first React app in the browser. So local HTTP localhost 3000, this is the URL we can use, and you can see that it is launching the Chrome browser with the URL localhost 3000. Our first React application is up and running. You can see the URL localhost 3000 in the port, and here it is saying edit app.js file, which is under the src folder, to see the changes whatever you make. So this is how you can create the setup. It is very simple. Just you need to install the Node.js on your local, and then you have to run the command npx create react app, then the project name that you would like to give, and that's all. It will create the React application and it will launch it for you. So let us go to the folder of the React project and see what are there. So I have it on my desktop. First React app. You can see that node modules. So these all the node modules are installed by the create react app command. And you can see the public folder where you have the index.html page, which is the starting point of the application. In the src folder, you can see the app component files like app.js, app.css, and test file also there, app.test.js, and again the index.js, which is again the main file. So let us open this using the Visual Studio Code and let us see. Just Ctrl C to come out of the execution. You can press the Ctrl C, press Y. Now let us open our first React app using the Visual Studio Code. So file, open folder, React, first React app, select. Here you can see that under public you have index.html file. In our first program we have created the div with id root. So same thing is there here, and div with id root. So this is the main entry point where all our components will be rendered. Under src you can see app.js, which is app component, and index.js we can see that we are rendering the app component to the root element. Soon we are going to see how to create the component and how to render it on the UI. So this is how we can create the React app. In next session we are going to see how to create the components and how to render it on the UI. Hello again. Now we are done with creating React application locally. Now let us see what is component and how to create the component and how to render it. We have the app.js here, which is app component. So it is created using syntax, function syntax, and we are going to use the class syntax, that is ex6 syntax. You can see that react.strict mode, it is running in the strict mode. So even this is not required, let it be there. Here what we are doing, rendering app component on the root element. This is already we discussed. And you can see that here the React and React DOM, these libraries are imported here, and app component is created outside. That's why the app component also imported here, so which is created in the app.js file. We are already running the application. What I do, I just remove this code and I will show you so how React will build and show the changes on fly. So just let's say welcome to React. Before we make changes, you can see the text edit src, save to reload. But as soon as we save the changes, you can see that the application will automatically rerun and it will show you welcome to React. So how this is happening? Because the server is up and running. So whenever you make any changes to this application, it will build it and show you the changes. Let's say now I'll make one more change and let's save it. Observe here, save it. You can see that it will compile successfully and it will show you the result. So this is how the local environment is very useful when you want to work or when you want to practice, right? if it is not local environment, and if you just use the static HTML, and where you are importing the JavaScript libraries using CDN files, that you have to refresh every time. Let's go to app.js. So here what I'm going to do, I just comment out all this code, Control A, Control KC, and here I'm going to create the first component. So before we create the component, what is the component? React, it is all about components, right? So what does it mean? If you take any application, the application will have so many functionalities. These functionalities will be divided into small portions. Small portions we can treat as a components. So for example, we have the one of the functionality where you want to show the product details. So that showing the product details, we can treat it as a one component, right? What are the product detail? The product detail is one of the component. The same way, you can order the components or you can create the components. So to create the components, you need another page. So that can be one component. So each component is responsible for some functionality. And in simple words, each component is represents the sum of the portion of the view, that whatever you see on the user interface. Let's create the component. Before create the component, so you need to import React and component class. So import React comma, and here I'm going to import component from React. So here we have imported React and component class. Now let us create the component. So what is the syntax to create the component? So we are going to use the ES6 syntax. So class, and we need to name the component. So I am going to use app component, and it has to extend the React component because we are going to create the component of React type, right? So extends React dot component. You can simply mention React component also. And here the React component will provide one method called render method. What does render method will do? The render method will take input and returns the output that is going to be rendered on the UI, right? So let us use render method. As I said, it will take the input. Render method will take the input. That I am going to explain you soon, but as of now, assume that it is not taking any input. And this is going to be written some content. So here I am going to return h1, or let's say div. This is app component. Now we have created our first component. So app component. So it's simple. So class app is the component name, and it is going to extend the React component, and the React component will come up with one method called render, and this render method will take the input. It will return the content that is going to be rendered on the UI, and we are going to return here, right? So now if you see this div h1 everything, right? So we are not returning as a string or nothing. It looks very similar to HTML, but this is not HTML. So this is nothing but a JavaScript code, and it is called JSX, and we are going to learn in our upcoming sessions what is JSX exactly. And now we created the app component, but we need to use this app component in the index.js. So how to use that? You see here app component was imported, right? So here app component was imported, but you can see that error called app doesn't contain a default export. Why it is saying like that? Because we are going to import this app component inside the index.js, but we are not exporting this one. To import this app component in any file, this has to be exported, right? So export default app. So now we are exporting the app component. Now if you see, it is compiled, and you can see there are no errors, right? And now let us go and see our output. You can see now this is app component. So earlier we had some image everything, but we commented out the code. So now we can see this is app component. And now if you go and press the F12, you can see that, right? Console, sorry, elements, go to and inspect this one. You can see div, right? Div. And here you don't see app or something, just simply whatever the content we returned, that HTML content you can see here. Div, this is app component, and here you can see h1 rendered. H1 is the element and div element. So I said this is JSX, not the HTML, but how to prove that? So let me add some CSS class. So here we have index.css. Let me add some, let's say app. So I'm going to give this a color red. Okay, simply I'm going to name it as red only. So red class, I added a class called red. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import this index.css inside the app.js. So how to import? So import, so this is index.css. I'm going to apply the CSS class to this div. Generally what we do in HTML, we use this class equal to, and then what is the class name? Red. Let's go and see. So you can see that app component, and but we see the warning. So you can see that red color, but still we see warning. Warning, invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? Yes. So though it is showing you the red color because it is parsed and class was the HTML attribute, it is showing the color, but you can see the warning saying that invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? So the React cannot identify the name class, so that is used for the creating JavaScript class only. Here it is not able to recognize what is the class. That's why it is asking, did you mean class name? So it should be class name. So now if we go and see, you don't see any errors or any warnings, right? But how it is converted, whether it is class name or class inside the DOM. If we go and see now div root, you can see class. So this is the JSX syntax, but after parsing it will become again HTML. You can see the class only. So the JSX syntax, whatever, that will be converted to HTML, and you will see finally class are all HTML attributes only inside the DOM. You don't see the class name. If it is class name, HTML cannot recognize and it won't show you the red color. For example, let me make, instead of class, make class name. So you can see the still red black color only. So you don't see the red color because HTML cannot recognize this, because it doesn't have any attribute like class name, right? It is having only class. So just refresh it, you can see the red color. So this is JSX syntax. So JavaScript from XML plus XML. So that we are going to see what is JSX in upcoming session. But as of now, you can see that creating the component is very easy, like class and component name. Extends, we have to extends because component should take all the properties or methods from the component class of React. So we need to extend it. So react.component, and it is using the render method. This render method is responsible for taking the input and returning the output that is going to be rendered on the UI. That's why you are returning here. This is about how to create the component and how to export it and render on the UI. But we will see more on components, and this is very simple component actually. So we'll see more on the component in upcoming sessions. Thank you for watching.